Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, after having our very first discussion on your Ascendant Lord's placement in different Nakshatra, where we covered from Ashwini till Mula, in this video we will try to wrap up the rest of the Ascendant Lord's Nakshatra placement. So guys, the gist, the synopsis of the last video is that Ascendant Lord gives vital information regarding your personality, your health, your public image, your life direction, your capacity to bounce back, and all sort of like what you will make up with this life, whatever and from wheresoever you have started, where you will end up in your life journey. Like the way guys, certain people, they start their life being born in a very humble background and they ended up building, achieving, accomplishing many things. And they're like those people who are born in a specific setting and they finish their life over there only. So how much you will be able to scale up, expand your area of influence, all of that we get to know from the Ascendant Lord's placement. So guys, in the last video we discussed this thing that in which all situation Ascendant Lord can be considered as weak if Ascendant Lord is debilitated without the cancellation of the debilitation. It is like conjunct or aspected by the malefic planets for that specific chart, or this could be a case that Ascendant Lord is combust, or Ascendant Lord, if it is going to be going through the cancellation of the debilitation, Nij Bhang Raj Yoga, or Ascendant Lord is strengthened and it is retrograde. So these are the two situations. For example, you are a Dhanu Lagna, Sagittarius rising, and Jupiter if exalted and retrograde in the 8th house, then it can in a very unusual way can turn around the life of the person as well. So yes, all of that we have discussed in the last video. And like the way guys, the only one area which gives an edge to the Vedic astrology is our usage of nakshatra in the analysis. It is not an exaggeration to say this thing that it's the nakshatra's energy only which act like a software or the underlying impulse, like the operational system of the energy of a specific planet. If you actually have to be be confident in doing the analysis, making the snapshot prediction, all of that can be achieved only after when you have a strong grip or mastery over the functioning of the nakshatra, their nature, their temperament, everything about the devata which preside over that nakshatra. So all those entities will give you some vital information which will definitely reflect in the life or in the personality of that person. So okay guys, now we will move forward. Now let's say for example, if the Ascendant Lord is going to be placed in the Purva Shadha nakshatra. So guys, Purva Shadha, beyond any doubt, it is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Venus. See, the good part about these planets like Venus, Moon, Mercury, Sun is that whatever problem or situation they create for that planet, for that particular native, you will have this capacity to turn around. But the problem with the slow moving planets is that somehow if the good times come to you or the bad time comes to you, they stick for long span of time. Now guys, talking about the Purva Shadha, the good part about the Purva Shadha is that it is ruled by the planet Venus, and there is a sense of invincibility attached with the energy of this nakshatra. And let's say for example, if you're like the planet which is placed, if your Ascendant Lord happen to be like you are a Aries Lagna. Now let's say for example, your Ascendant Lord Mars being placed in the 9th house and it is placed in the Purva Shadha nakshatra, then trust me guys, you will be invincible in majority of your life endeavors. And again, here I'm not talking about just the career, just your public image, just your wealth potential. It's the Ascendant Lord. That means every area of your life. So guys, the points which I have written for you is that charismatic, victorious, but can be overconfident, it actually has this potential to give you a very strong public image, need humility for long-term stability in the life, and again there is a very strong powerful bhakti potential if the Ascendant Lord is going to be placed in this nakshatra. Moving ahead guys, now let's say for example if the Ascendant Lord is placed in the Uttara nakshatra. Now guys, Uttara is being ruled by the sun. The good part about the Uttara nakshatra, the Uttara series of the nakshatras is that there is a lot of the good character, dignified behavior, righteousness which is attached over there. Like, it is not an exaggeration to say this thing, that whenever the humanity falls into the low virtues, it's only the Uttara people who hold this beacon to uplift the humanity for the highest potential. So that is the kind of potential which is attached with the Uttara nakshatra. So, and again guys, like because this is a nakshatra which like somehow share its territory with the next zodiac sign as well, between the Sagittarius and the Capricorn as well. So even the Capricorn side of its energy also manifest good results. So if your Ascendant Lord is placed in the Uttara nakshatra, that means you could have unbreakable determination. These people could be slightly late bloomers, stable success after the struggle, great leadership after maturity, and spiritually they become great mentors. So let's say for example if your 10th Lord is placed in the Uttara, your moon is in the Uttara, your Ascendant Lord is in the Uttara, so you will definitely have that capacity to be a leader, to be a coach, to be a guide, to be a mentor. Now guys, moving ahead. Now let's say for example if your Ascendant Lord is placed in the Shravana nakshatra. So guys, we know this thing that Shravana is being ruled by the moon. Shravana has got a lot of the fame potential, travel potential, bhakti potential which is attached with it. So the points which I have written for you is that this could make someone excellent communicator. These people could be very good trainer or teacher as well. There is definitely going to be deep desire for the knowledge. Now again, based on the nature of the Ascendant Lord, it is going to be dependent on that. See, if it is the Mars, so this could be technical knowledge, this could be mechanical knowledge, this could be how to perform with the best of your capabilities. And if it is like Jupiter, this could be connected with the philosophy, theology, finance, dharma. So the thing is, there is definitely going to be deep desire for the knowledge. This could make someone slightly sensitive towards the criticism as well, the typical, the lunar qualities, moon qualities, and spiritual path opens through the proper teachers. So teaching, mentorship plays a very significant role. I still remember guys, I was like watching this war movie, and over there like someone asked like how could be a good leader and all. So the mentor was saying this thing, that first learn to be a good follower, so then only you can imitate the same. So that's what I'm trying to say. So yes, means the good part is that with the Shravana nakshatra, like the way I mentioned over here, that spiritual path opens through proper teachers. So that means this placement hold this capacity that you will attract the right virtuous teachers in your life. So yes guys, this is about the Ascendant Lord's placement in the Shravana. And if I were to give my best bet in terms of in whichever house this is going to be placed in, native will have a good capacity to shoulder the responsibility pertaining to the matters of that house. This could be a case if your Ascendant Lord is in the Shravana, in the 5th house. So that means not only you will be a doting son, but also when you will become a parent by yourself, you will shoulder the responsibility of your children very rightfully. The Ascendant Lord being in the 7th house in the Shravana nakshatra, that also tells about that you will be very responsible towards your duties, towards the matrimonial life, towards your business. And yes, because it's the moon, so it's not like that typical Saturn that you are cold, just the duty which matters. Because it's moon, there will be feelings and sentiments which will also be attached. Now guys, let's say for example if your Ascendant Lord is going to be placed in the Dhanishta nakshatra. So yes guys, with the Dhanishta, the Ashtvasu and the singing, musical talents, rhythm, timing plays a very important role if there is a prominence of the Dhanishta Nakshatra. So guys, the points which I have written for you is that it's a good placement for wealth accumulation, musical, artistic abilities. This can make the native struggle with greed or arrogance. Now, like obviously, like it's all dependent on that what kind of conjunction the Ascendant Lord is forming when being placed in the Dhanishta. Is it being aspected by the benefic planets or the malefic planets? Is Rahu involved over there? So that will actually flavorize. Powerful when focused on the higher purpose. And Dharma transforms materialism into service, into seva. So again guys, yes, especially when we talk about the Dhanishta, it's not on the basis of the scriptures, but some of the people whom I personally know, they are like very seva bhavi. They are very service oriented. In their case, the guy I know, he has his moon in the Dhanishta Nakshatra. But yes, the Dharma transforms materialism into seva. That has also been seen over there. But yes, for the attaining the heights, achieving many things in their life, fame potential, wealth potential, this is a good placement for your Ascendant Lord to be placed in, and nothing could be better than that. If it's like Saturn being placed over there in its own territory, or this could be a case that planet Mars is in its own nakshatra, it is exalted as well. So here I'm like talking about the Capricorn side of it. So then it will become more emboldened, more empowered. Now guys, let's say for example, my favorite, my moon nakshatra, which is the Shatabhisha. So if your Ascendant Lord is going to be placed in the Shatabhisha nakshatra. So guys, one thing is for sure that more than any other nakshatras ruled by Rahu, like for example, Adra or Swati, Adra can make you rebel for no cause. It hardly matters whether things are clear for you or not. You know, and you want a reason to create the trouble, to create a nuisance, to like bully people. It's not like that someone has offended you. It's what your primal instincts is. This is what your innate nature is, that you are born to bring that awe from other people because of the kind of a formidable personality you have. With Swati is very, very sorted. It's very independent. Swati is different. In Swati, somehow in many ways defy the rebelliousness and erratic qualities of the Rahu. With Swati, energy is very balanced. With Shatabhisha, the concern is that illusions are going to be very high. Now guys, a lot is dependent on that. What is your life path? Like for example, with your Ascendant Lord being in the Shatabhisha, if you're working as a sorcerer, magician, as an artist, like creating that illusion in the cinema, this could give you very humongous success. Or you are in the fields of the pharmaceutical or healing, this can give you very good success. If you are in a field of immigration, sending people to the foreign land, you have your own like casino or any of those things, typical Rahu element, like you are like dealing with the money lending, you have your strip club, so all those things, typical Rahu energy. Or again guys, with Shatabhisha is like considered as a genius as well. So this could be the space sciences, futuristic technology, you are investing in that, it can also give you success. So let's see the points which I have written. So Ascendant Lord being in the Shatabhisha nakshatra can make someone highly secretive. Damn, how could I forget the most important part about Shatabhisha? Secrecy. So yeah, you could be in the CIA, Mossad or RAW or ISI, you could be in all these kind of fields, like spying. If I were to give one nakshatra which could be a very, very successful spy, I guess Ashlesha also hold this potential. Shatabhisha for sure, lot of secrecy. So yes, highly secretive, mystical, spiritual scientist. Yes, spiritual scientist. So see, with Shatabhisha, there is a lot of the spiritual potential, but not which is something which cannot be explained in the scientific terms. So that is the only reason, spiritual scientist. Karmic breaks in the life path. So again, the break, when it will come, it will not be something like, again guys, see that's what you have to understand. If you follow astrology, you do not have to like get that headache that why it happened. it's like it was not in your control. It was divine ordained. This is what the energy of the Saturn and Rahu and Ketu is, karmic. Okay, if suddenly you walk into a superstore and by mistake you, like some thought comes to your mind, you get a lotto ticket and you win a 1 million lottery, then you will not trouble yourself, God, why me, why it happened to me, why I win $1 million without any explanation. You will not give headache to yourself. But if something suddenly happens, a friend who happened to be very good friend of yours and he suddenly betrayed you and disappeared, then you will be like being hard on yourself, why it happened. That's what I'm saying. With Rahu and Ketu, everything is karmic. So the sooner you realize this thing, that like there are certain areas of the life which are beyond my control, the better your life is going to be. Like the way we say, the spiritual essence, that I am not the body, this body is for me. So that is what, knowing that becomes very important. So karmic breaks in the life path. Next is beyond any doubt, like interest in astrology, in healing, in technology. That is what your forte. You reverberate that energy. You do not have to learn it. You by yourself is an embodiment of a walking healing symbol. Liberation through intense personal transformation. Yes, see the churning which happened because of the Shatabhisha. And again guys, don't forget this thing. Shatabhisha is a energy which is very much connected with the third power. So I will not be surprised if your Ascendant Lord is in the Shatabhisha, and if it is in the 8th house. If your Ascendant Lord is in the Shatabhisha and it is in the 12th house, then that means you could be a easy victim of the black magic, possession, any spirit control and all. So you have to be very mindful. So again guys, I don't teach the black magic or possession over here, but I'm telling you because again, it's coming from a person who is living with Shatabhisha energy. Shatabhisha is my moon nakshatra, so I'm telling you, with Shatabhisha, you have to be very mindful of that. So this could be a case that any divine protection has to be around. This could be the bhakti to any god, or this could be any amulets. Some people, I remember back in India, they have this thing that, oh, our Guruji has empowered this tabiz, this amulet with a mantra, and I always keep it on my body. So just be very mindful of that. Out of all the 27 nakshatra with Shatabhisha, there is a vulnerability of the third power intervention and all. It's not gonna be happening in your physical body, in the physical self. See guys, these kind of psychic attacks, spirit attack happens on our cosmic body, which in a way impacts our thought process, our judgment and all. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay guys, moving ahead. Now let's say for example, if your Ascendant Lord is going to be placed in the Purva bhadrapada nakshatra. So guys, with Purva bhadrapada, there's a lot of the intense, transformative, going deep, slightly going dark potential is attached over there. The good part about the Purva bhadrapada is it is being ruled by the planet Jupiter. So somehow blessing and divine grace, if you will try to reach out through rituals, this energy can be taken control of. So guys, the points which I have written for you: intense, mystical, philosophical minds. Now just because it is your Ascendant Lord, so this is going to be effective in all areas of your life. Not only, it's not like just only your mind, just only your career, just only your family life. It's the Ascendant Lord, all areas of the life. So intense, mystical, philosophical minds. Next is a charismatic spiritual teacher. Karmic test in the early life. So yes, in the early half of the life, yeah, this is what the energy of these nakshatras are. And the more we are like on the latter half, like if the 27 nakshatras are going to be divided in 3 parts. So the last cycle from 18th till 27, it happened to be in the latter half. So like first 9 could be the early half, middle 9 could be the middle life, midlife, and the last 9. So that means early life will be filled with many karmic tests. And eventually these people have the potential to become the torch bearers of the higher truths. Now guys, moving ahead. Now let's say for example, if your ascendant lord is going to be placed in the Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So guys, Uttara Bhadrapada is being ruled by the planet Saturn. It is the epitome of the sadhana, of the meditation, of the penance. See, when we talk about the liberation, the God attainment, the divine and the God attainment happened in the last stage. But before that, that stage of the purity and the perfection is being represented by the Uttara Bhadrapada, being ruled by the Saturn in itself. So guys, because it is your ascendant lord, so that means it could make someone deeply stable, spiritual, mystical, master of the discipline. So again guys, with you, if your ascendant lord is in the Uttara Bhadrapada and you are a person who is all over, who does not have a discipline, virtues, who does not stick to his word, not a good news for you. Because wherever Saturn is having a say over your life, it is not something which is optional. It has to be like that. So yes, you have to be like, you have the potential, to be precise, you have the potential to be a master of discipline. See, in terms of the long life, it is a good combination. So long life, slow but certain rise, excellent teachers and spiritual anchors for others. With your ascendant lord being in the Uttara Bhadrapada, beyond any doubt, you could be a yoga teacher, you could be a Kundalini teacher, or even in the defense, in the armed forces, you could be a very ruthless kind of brigadier, colonel. So yes, this is how we can attach with it. And lastly guys, so let's say for example, if your ascendant lord is going to be placed in the Revati Nakshatra. So yes guys, with Revati there is a Mercury energy which is attached over there. Somehow this is the deepest level of the empathy, compassion, of their sacrifice. So yeah guys, see, I'm a Aries Lagna by myself. Ever since Saturn has gotten into the 12th house, I keep on putting efforts. It's not like that there is a variation in my intensity, degree and level of efforts. It's just like that you realize that, you know, it's like there are like certain areas which are beyond your control. All what you can do is that just the karma, rest, the result of that, the byproduct of that is in the hands of the universe. So 12th house has got that energy to teach you that. I remember there's a lady, she came to me for in-person reading. I do not know whether she's like watching this video. So like she was complaining that, okay, I have been betrayed by my relatives and all, this happened, that happened. Saturnian Lagna, I guess Capricorn or Aquarius Lagna, and ascendant lord Saturn being in the 12th house. It's like you have taken the birth to give. Whenever like 12th house is in the prominence, ascendant lord is in the 12th house, don't expect to take or to get. That might happen, that might be a theme of some other incarnation or some other life. In this lifetime, you have come in this world to give. So that is what you have to understand. So 12th house, Pisces, Revati teaches us that the value of compassion, empathy, unconditional surrender, sacrifice. So ascendant lord guys being in the Revati Nakshatra, so compassionate, kind, creative visionaries. These people could be creative visionaries, spiritual artists, poets and the musicians, and you will be good in all these fields only if the energy of that ascendant lord is reverberating in the highest potential, being reinforced by the benefic aspect, being placed in a good house and all. So compassionate, kind, creative visionaries, spiritual artists, poets, musicians need emotional boundaries and liberation through service and creative expression. So see, liberation in a way, to be precise, it's your ascendant lord, right? So you will have all these entities which I just mentioned will work as a good escape for you. So for example, your life might have many ongoing problems, but the minute you start painting, the minute you start creating music, you just liberate, you just get out of all these kind of problems. And I guess that is what many tantric sexual activity coach, they also talk about that in that state of the the ecstasy and the orgasmic stage, so you somehow for few seconds you cut off from this existence, that world. So somehow all that kind of potential, so liberation through service and creative expression could be attached with your this ascendant lord being placed in the Revati nakshatra. So yes guys, ultimately you would have understood this thing, that the Lagna Lord's nakshatra shows the secret karmic flavor, while its house position shows the domain of life where it will express. So yes guys, and my deepest gratitude for all those people who support in the form of writing the timestamps and all. So guys, I'm immensely grateful to you. So thanks a lot guys, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.